What is up, YouTube? Thanks for coming back for another video. So I'm back from vacation, but the fun doesn't stop there because I just got home yesterday and walked around the yard, and I've got a long laundry list of what needs to be done around here. So first off, what happens when you go 13 days without mowing your grass after you've applied Carbon X 2 weeks prior? You get a forest. A big, huge friggin' forest. It's huge. It's such a huge forest. Yeah. So with this, I'm definitely gonna have to double cut. Probably more so than what I did the last time. It was extremely tall. The last time I had to double cut, what I did the last time was I mulched one way. I left a bunch of stuff on the top. So then I put the bagger on and I went the opposite direction and bagged any clippings that were on top. My thought behind that was it'd mulch some of the grass in, and then when I go back through with the bagger, then it would pick up any mulch clippings that are sitting on top. When I just noticed this too, so stop a second. Yeah, so when you get really tall grass, I literally just noticed that. So I need to get my fungicide as well. So I'm gonna have to add that to the list. That's already a mile long. Anyway, so I bagged the second direction and seemed to look pretty good when I did it. I think what I might try this time, because I hate bagging because I don't have enough room to put all the grass clippings. I have 2 garbage cans. Unfortunately, when I do that, I fill up both garbage cans and I don't have enough room to put the actual garbage in it. So I'm going to try maybe mulching multiple directions, and maybe it'll mulch it up enough to where it won't leave a bunch of crap on top of the yard. But just looking here, I mean, yeah, and that's almost up to my knee. It's crazy. So I've got to get this mowed. Some other things that I'm noticing. Let's look around here. We have a huge nutsedge problem here, which I knew this area had nutsedge. I just hadn't had time to treat that yet. So I do have some dismiss to take care of that. Also in the front, there's some other areas where I have some wild ivy running through here. I do have triclopyr for that. And there's some areas, I think, on my side yard that had a little bit of what I believe is quack grass. So my plan for that is I'm going to make up a mixture of all three: the dismiss, the triclopyr, and the fungicide, to hit all this kind of one shot, so I don't have to do multiple passes. Some of my ivy stuff there. So I'll mix that up, spray that down, obviously all after I mow, because that's priority number 1, is to get all this mowed down. Also, when I got back, so my neighbor had texted me, said front yard's getting a little bit tall but not horrible, but that was a day or 2 prior to us getting home, so it went from not bad to horrible. But in the backyard, she said that the backyard was coming in nicely. What I saw was not what I expected. What I expected was my seedlings to be coming in, starting to look pretty good, and everything kind of fill in, and some of the grass that was not growing very fast finally started to take off. Not really. I am getting some seedlings coming in. That's starting to fill in, but some of that is not completely taken yet. It's looking all right through here. It's starting to come in, but I think what she saw as grass coming in nicely, below that is a crap ton of nutsedge that came in. That was not there when I left. I mean, it is all over the whole backyard, not just certain spots. I don't remember any nutsedge being back here. I did have a spot or two like around here that I had a couple years ago, but I did kill all that off. So where all this nutsedge came from, I don't know. But it wasn't this bad. It wasn't there when I left. I came back and there it is. So my plan for this, since I have a bunch of young seedlings in the yard, I cannot use dismiss back here because it'll probably kill it. So what I'm going to do is I need to get some Halcifuron methyl, aka Pro Sedge, and I need to get enough to do a blanket spray over the whole backyard. Depending on what I get to and when, I might get enough Pro Sedge also to work on the nutsedge out front. That way I can mix that with the dismiss, and then maybe I can do 2 modes of action. I'll have to see whether or not I can mix the Pro Sedge in there with the dismiss, triclopyr, and fusillade. That way there'll be 4 chemicals in the tank. I don't know. I'll read up on that one. But I do want to hit the Pro Sedge and dismiss out there on that nutsedge to try to give 2 modes of action to kill that off. Depends on when I get to it. So I also need to get some insecticide down. I've had a couple ticks around here. One ended up on one of my kids, another was on one of my dogs. So I need to get that put down as well. So we'll kind of see how time plays. I don't have a whole lot of time to get this whole list done. I've got 2 days of sunshine today and tomorrow. It's already, I don't know, 6:30, 6:45 on Monday. So I've got about 2 hours of actual daylight left, and that'll probably take up all my mowing and probably into tomorrow as well. So I had to make a list of everything I needed to do. So my list is pretty much, let's see here, you're too good looking, you're always right, you don't spend enough time in the yard. All right, wrong list. That's list that the wife made, which, get rid of that. So double cut the yard, put insecticide down. Also need to put citric acid down on the backyard. I'm just over a month due on that. Need to soften the soil up a little bit more to allow that other grass to try to take down a little bit more since it's not growing much. My co-worker has the rest of the compaction cure. He's on vacation this week, so next week when he comes back I need to get the compaction cure from him, and I can put that down the back on top of the citric acid. I've got to kill the nutsedge in the backyard with the Pro Sedge, and I've got the nutsedge, wild ivy, and quackgrass in the front. So I'm going to make up the mixture of dismiss, triclopyr, fusillade for that, and possibly mix Pro Sedge in with that. If I can't mix in, then I'll do a separate application of dismiss and the Pro Sedge to kill that nutsedge by itself. So with that, I need to get the mower out, and I need to get to it because I'm going to be fighting some daylight. And like I said, I've got 2 good days, today and tomorrow. After that, I think I've got like a ½ inch of rain coming to me on Wednesday. So I don't know how I'm going to fit all this in, but I'm going to play it heck trying. So I've got everything mowed down. I've got it all put away, blown down. So it was a double cut. Left a little bit on the edges. Not too bad. Considering how tall it was, and I did a double cut on it, all mulching. I didn't bag any of it. This side does look a lot better, where I did a double cut and mulching. Really didn't leave anything left on top. But this side typically is doesn't get as tall as what the front actually does. Maybe just the way it sits, it collects a little bit more water and grows a little bit better. I don't know. There's more trees over there. It's more shaded, so that could be it as well. But so since all that is done and blown down, I need to throw her down. So I've got some insecticide. I haven't used this particular one before. This is a Spectricide Triazicide insect killer granule. So I'm mainly going after, I've got some ticks out in the yard. They got my dog and my youngest daughter. I had to pull those off of them not too long ago. And I'm going to do my grub treatment as well. So with this, I'm going after an overall lawn treatment. And I could either go at a 0.8 per thousand, or I could go 1.2 per thousand. If I go 1.2, I'll actually go after the June beetle grubs, which is what I want to go after, because I really don't get as many Japanese beetles around here as I do the June beetles. I'm actually probably about 2 weeks behind. I like to get this down in mid-May to try to prevent those grubs from doing much damage, and I've had pretty good luck with that. So a couple weeks behind, but I should still be okay. I want to get this down. It does say immediately water after application. However, I'm going to stretch it out a little bit. It is supposed to rain pretty heavy tomorrow. The last I read, I'm supposed to get over a ½ inch of rain tomorrow, so I'm going to use that. And if I can get this down quick enough, I'm going to try to get some citric acid down the back. It is 9:15, so that means I've got about a half hour, 45 minutes of daylight left, so I'd be pushing it, so that might not happen. If it doesn't, what I'm going to do is I will split this video out into 2 parts, get this up, so I get the double cut, the insecticide down for the grub prevention, and then I'll do a second part of the citric acid compaction cure, and trying to spray the yard for the quackgrass, the nutsedge, and some of the other things, the ivy that's all out in the yard. So I'm going to get the spread down. All right, so I got the insecticide down. I didn't record me putting it down. I was in a hurry because it is now dark. Just beat it, but I did get it put down across the back, all across the front. I had to shuffle kids around to get stuff put down where I needed to, and then kind of eventually kick them out. But I did get it all put down. So oh, sorry, extremely sweaty. I was really pushing hard trying to get this all done. So spreader setting on this edge guard for this insecticide was setting to 3.5. I put it down at 1.2 pounds per 1,000 square foot. Measuring up to see what I got left. It's really hard to see on this GoPro, but that says 2 pounds, 1.3 ounces. This was a 20-pound bag, so that means I put down just under 18 pounds, like 18 or 17 pounds and maybe 15 ounces roughly. And I need to put down 18 pounds. 1.2 pounds times 15,000 square foot is about 18 pounds. So I was actually right on the money. So it's not very often that I get that. Usually I'm like, a couple pounds over, but I nailed that pretty good. So I'm kind of happy about that. So now the rest of the yard, well, it'll just have to get watered in. I think rain should be setting in soon, so that'll water the insecticide in, but trying to get the citric acid down tonight so it can also get watered in with the rain. That's just not going to happen. It's already let's see here, 9:28, and I did get almost 19,000 steps today with all the mowing and the stuff being spread down. So that's a good day. So I guess I will call it for this video. Stay tuned for part 2. I'm really out of breath here. So stay tuned for part 2. I'll see you in